of this convention. Let me please remind us before we read the scripture once again. It is at home, across the street, just over there, and across the street from where you live, your fellowship, your work, and in your neighborhood, and around the world. And we are focusing specifically on the Great Commission. We're breaking it down. We're making it applicable to each person in this room, wherever you live, home base, wherever you work extendedly, wherever you worship in a place like this, and wherever you traverse the world around you. So I want you to come with me, if you will, to a passage of scripture. It's very short, it's very brief, it is easy to remember, and I trust we will remember it. But I take you to the book of St. Matthew's Gospel, St. Matthew's Gospel. It is chapter 9 of St. Matthew's Gospel. And it is a few short verses. Chapter 9, verse 35, and it goes through verse 38. Few verses. It reads in my Bible, and it should in yours. Then Jesus went about all the cities, plural, and all the villages, plural, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitude, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad, as sheep having no shepherd. The Bible continues, then he, Jesus, said to his disciples, the harvest is truly ripe and plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore pray the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest. We bow our hearts. Gracious God, Father and Savior of our Lord Jesus Christ, once again we are focusing on the Great Commission. We are making it applicable at home where we live, across the street from us, and around the world as we traverse. The theme is a timely one, speaking to the times in which we live. Troublesome times, perilous times, bothersome times. It is impacting and affecting all of us in every sphere of our human endeavor. We can't escape it. We live in the same world. As a matter of fact, there are many worlds that is represented here today. The Bible did say, however, that we are to go ye therefore into every man's world Every man has a world of his own. The dread, the bald head, the Rasta, the Muslim, the Christian, the heathen, the agnostics, and the prognostics. The world of the intelligentsia, the world of the academic. Whatever world you live in and interface with, there are many worlds. But Jesus' last command is our first priority. Let me repeat again for emphasis' sake. Jesus' last command is our number one priority. Our first priority. Go ye. Go ye. He never says come ye. He commands the church, who we are, to go, to become a church without walls. Say amen. And so, why were there 4 gospels? Can I render an opinion? 4 is the number of universality. And Jesus wanted to convey a universal presentation and representation of himself, the Son of God. So we are blessed and graced with 4 gospels. Each gospel writer, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, would see him from a different vantage point, a different angle, if you will. Matthew might have seen him from a frontal view, John from a back view, and Mark from a right-sided view, and Luke might have seen him, a medical doctor, from a left-handed view. But when they were all finished, we were given a comprehensive, panoramic view of the one Christ, the Messiah, the one Son of God, the only way, the truth, and the life. Can you say hallelujah? Hallelujah. And in all of the Gospels, they didn't record the same incidents of Jesus' life. But when a particular view was given, it is always noteworthy for Bible scholars and theologians like yourselves to read what each gospel writer had to say, so that if one left off and want of emphasis, we would benefit from the presentation of the other. This particular scripture in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 9, verses 35 through 38, is one of those incidents in the life of Jesus that was recorded elsewhere. This incident, as he speaks of the Great Commission, was recorded in another place. St. Luke's Gospel, chapter 10, verses 1 through 7. And it was also recorded in yet another place by another gospel writer in St. John chapter 4, from verse 1 through to verse 20. So what I would encourage us to do when we have time is to read throughout this week Matthew 9, verse 35 through 38. Read it over again. Associate your reading, accompany your reading with St. Luke 10 from verse 1 downward. And put together with that St. John chapter 4 verse 1 downward. It will help you, it will benefit you. At least that's how I study. You don't have to. But beloved, Jesus was at a certain time and place in his ministry that he wanted to present and to impart to his disciples. So the Bible says in St. Luke's Gospel, he called 70. And he would send them out in peers. 35 peers of them. Never send one upon an assignment. And in instructing them, he had these words to say. He spoke to the multitude, but he spoke directly, specifically to his disciples. As you're going to the cities, the byways, the edges, and the crevices, your mandate, your assignment is as follows. It is relevant as it was for them then. It is more so relevant for us now. If 2,000 years ago the fields were white and ready to be harvested, can you imagine now, 2,000 years later, how ripened the fruits are and how scarce the laborers are? For time is running out. He has no other hands but ours, no other voice but yours, no other people but us. If not now, when? If not here, where? If not us, then who? Are rhetorical questions that we must answer. And so, beloved, I want to make the first point. The urgency of now. Repeat. The urgency of now. Now is the day. Now is the time. We are the people. No other generation is it more relevant. This command, this assignment, than our generation. God help us in this room today. If we miss the opportunity to pass on the baton to the next generation, our children's generation. If sin is so rampant and wild, murder, incest, rape in our lives, unforgiveness, lots of scamming everywhere, burglar bars on every door and on every window. Many fear to go out at nights to attend church services because of the possibility of crime and violence and evil upon our land. Say amen. It is relevant, more relevant for this generation than any other generation. And if we do not prepare our children and our young people, God help us. Come on, say with me. God help us. So this theme is relevant. The urgency of now. Here's my second point. It is all happening under our watch. Yours and mine. We have to take responsibility. We can't say it's the government problem, sin and crime and violence. We can't say it's my next door neighbor's responsibility. Or it's just the police and the soldiers. We all live here. We all share this piece of rock. We can't build higher walls, more sturdier doors, and build ourselves in. Sin is the problem. The remedy is the cross. Sing on it. Come on, give the Lord. Come on, give it praise. Come on, disturb the atmosphere. The Reverend Billy Graham was once asked, after finishing a lecture, by a very intelligent, inquisitive listener. He said, "Sir," to Reverend Billy Graham, "if there is a God, tell me why is there so much murder, crime, sin, and evil in our world?" Reverend Billy Graham paused, and he thought about it. And he said, "Sir, in answering your question, I would pose to you another question." He said, "Is there any soap?" The inquiring mind said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Is there water?" The inquiring mind said, yes, sir. So Billy Graham asked, why then are there so many dirty people in our world? The moral of that story was and is, if you do not apply soap and water to the dirt, it remains dirty and dirtier still. If you do not apply the principles of God's word to the sin, to the evil and malady in our society, it cannot cleanse itself. If others would just obey the word of God, live by the scriptures that we preach day and night, our world would be a better place, would it not? Come on, clap your hands. It is either the Great Commission or the Great Omission. You can choose. His last command is our first priority. Beyond the four walls, beyond the doors, can you say amen? Is where we are called to make our gospel known. Each one, reach one, each one, teach one. That's all it takes. If one of you, if one of us would just reach one more person each day, church like this would grow 100% every Sunday. That's all it takes. Just for one of us to attempt to reach one more person. Are you with me? With the gospel. With the gospel, which is the good news. So here's Jesus in our text. And here's the text, the pretext, and the context. One day Jesus said to his disciples, the Bible says, he went about. Where did he go? On a daily journey. He went into all, say with me, all of their cities. Are we into all of their cities? Is the church everywhere? Are we like a light? It is our mandate. It is our commission. It is our challenge. Make your light. Let your light so, say with me, so, not just shine, but so shine. That men would see your good works and come to glorify our Heavenly Father. So Jesus showed us and he modeled it to us. Every day, where was he? Into all of their cities, plural. Kingston, Montego Bay, Mandeville and Macon and Santa Cruz, in all of their cities. Discovery Bay, Runawaybay, Salem and Prairie, preaching the gospel by the evidential lifestyle. Not just word, but by my lifestyle, you will come to know the Christ that I'm associated with and have a personal relationship with. He went into all of their cities and he went into all of their villages. You can write down penetration, infiltration, saturation. That's the church's mandate. We are to penetrate, say we penetrate. We are to infiltrate, say we infiltrate. We are to saturate with our gospel. All of these areas where sin abound, grace even furthermore abound. We are to preach, say we preach. Oh, hallelujah. Not the clothesline doctrine of do's and don'ts, but the gospel of the kingdom of Almighty God. What is that? His rule, his reign, his majesty, his sovereignty, his dominion, his power, his healing, his resurrection, his life, his death. If we're going to change our world, we must change our posture and change our position. Do we have a God that cares? Yes, but not all do know. There is still that 1040 window. He's the healer. He's the overcomer. He's the emancipator. He's our liberator. He's the heavyweight champion of the universe. Come on, clap your hands. Come on, shout hallelujah. I am here to disturb you today. I am here to discombobulate you today. Preaching in their cities, preaching in their villages, teaching there in their synagogues. Last week Sunday I was in Montego Bay, around about this time, at a one-day convention at a church called International Worship Center. A good friend of mine, Bishop Franklin Roosevelt, on top of Mount Salem, one of the most vicious places in the West, in Montego Bay, and the outskirts of the tourism capital, and the hip strip. In broad daylight, gunmen everywhere as the gospel was being preached, seeking to drive fear, intimidation, manipulation, and control in the hearts of God's people. Say with me, but we began to pray. Something happened when you pray. Something happened when the church prayed. Oh, hallelujah. Prayer equals power. Power equals prayer. There is no power like that of our God. Prayer brings a victory. Prayer brings results. Let me hear you praise God. It's not breaking than our God. Come on, clap your hands. Shout to the God with the voice of triumph. You know why I'm excited? I got saved at age 16. Then I come out of jungle, of Rima, of Tivoli. We used to make the ganja split. We used to stuff the chillum pipe. And that was not enough. We wanted to feel a high that we had never felt before. So we would put the Scotch bonnet pepper inside of it. And we would puff and puff, and the smoke would come through one end, and the water at the bottom, and we would just draw long draws of smoke into our nostrils. But one day, say with me, one day, Jesus showed up. I wasn't looking for him. I wasn't searching for him. I was a Rasta. But Jesus invaded my world. Turn it upside down. Hallelujah. Only 16. And he made me. And I encountered him. And my life has never been the same. When you know him, your life can never be the same. Come on, clap your hands and rejoice. He lives. He lives. He lives. I don't know what the future holds, but I know he holds the future. Come on, all hail the power of Jesus' name. Praise your prostrate forth. Let's go up and let them know. Crown him. Crown him. Crown him. I've come to tell you something today. I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid. In all of their cities, in all the villages, teaching what? In all of their synagogues, preaching. Preaching is proclaiming, announcing. Teaching is explaining, expounding, opening up so that people can be rooted, fruited, and solidified. I can't help. I was still somebody. What a man named Jesus, when I was 16, did to my world. And ever since, I have failed him so often times. But he has never fails me. He never fails me. Oh, Jesus Christ never failed me. Let me sing. Emotional healing, physical healing, financial healing, spiritual healing, economical healing, healing of society. That's one. Two, and every type of sickness, every type of malady, every type of social ills, poverty, adversity, gossip, tale-bearing, incest, rape, depravity. Are you with me? Every type of diseases. There's another way to pronounce disease. It's dis-ease. Whatever makes people uncomfortable in their being, in their minds, in their disposition. Doesn't Jamaica needs the gospel? Don't Jamaica needs the church? Don't Jamaica needs preaching and teaching? Don't we are sick? Don't we have diseases? Everywhere he went, the Honorable Minister of Justice, the Honorable Delroy Chalk, for some statements he allegedly made, questioning the authority, the validity, and the credibility of the church. They want to know, why is the church so influential in the Jamaican society? Why don't we just repeal the Buggery law? So the church asks for a meeting. Respectfully, we respect those in authority. And we sat down because we wanted to know what is the senior cabinet's minister position. That's all right. Can you hear? We wanted to know what is the senior cabinet minister position on homosexuality and child abuse. Are you with me? And other laws debated in our parliament. And what is the government's position? Has it changed when they were in opposition? That says we won't vote as 63 parliamentarians in our parliament, the highest court in the land. But we will take it to a referendum of the people. Are you with me? Yeah. And so the minister said, I'm a product of the church. I was taken to Sunday school. I cannot stand against the church or against God. And so as long as I am justice minister, it will go to a referendum. Come on, praise God. At least we still have some parliamentarians. At least we still have some morality, ethics and values and norms that is governed by the Word of God in our society. Come on, still there is something left in Jamaica. In other countries, you can't grab a tambourine and preach at any street corner and people stand up and listen to you. They want the commandments out of our homes, out of the church, out of business places. They don't want nativity scenes to be put up in public spaces and places anymore. And they accuse the church of preaching hate doctrine. Are you with me? 2 Wednesdays ago, we were in Parliament as the church was presented to the parliamentarians before the nation. And you have all kinds of people presenting papers and documents. They are learned men and women. They understand the legal lingo. They could pack it and it sounds intellectual, academically. It sounded substantial and significant. You can't bring them down with words alone. You need the wisdom and the might and the power of the Holy Spirit. So we gather our people from the church in the galleries. And as they were in the chambers of Parliament, debated, we were praying quietly, not disruptively. And as the Christian lawyers presented, they were mesmerized and tantalized. But God's word stood firm in the midst of opposition. Paul says, for I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God unto salvation. Romans 1:16. We need the word to be preached. The church will not be silent. Say with me, preach! Preach! It's the hope of the world. It's the hope of our children. It's the hope of our schools. Say amen. Every disease that was amongst the people, say with me, every disease. There's a cure for AIDS. There's a cure for every malady. There's a cure for crime. There's a cure for rape. There's a cure for incest. Jesus is the cure. Jesus said, after all this, when he saw the multitude is defined as an innumerable company of people that is not easily numbered. When he saw the multitude. Here's the 3 things I want to say to you and take my seat. Vision, mission, and passion. Vision, mission, and passion. Here it is in the scripture. The Bible says the first thing, Jesus had a vision of the multitude. He saw. When last did you saw the multitude? Not just yourself, not just your home. How nearer can it get? Jesus saw the multitude. Will you see the multitude? When you see the multitude, what will you do? Here's what Jesus did. Jesus said that as he saw the multitude, he was disturbed. He was compassionate. He was passionate. Something happened inside of him. He was grieved. He wept. He mourned. He lamented. He was what? Moved. When last were you moved? By the cries of our children. Hear the children's cry. The innocent blood of the blood of the innocent that stains our street is crying out to God for mercy. What kind of society in which we live that a man will go to somebody else's house, light it afire, as they seek to escape to the windows and doors, they would open gunshots at them. And a little 6-year-old would be trying to get out, and they would pick up the 6-year-old and throw him back into the fire. He's screaming for help. He's screaming for his life. He's screaming, yet not another. What is the motive? What is the reason? Sin. 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 So many of our family members, so much pain in this nation. So much wounds in this nation. Only God can cure them. Are you with me today? Yes. He was moved with compassion on them. There's a difference with sympathy and compassion. When you sympathize or you empathize, you feel, try to put yourself in somebody's position. But you cannot fully understand the complexities of their pain unless you've been there. You can say, sister, I hurt for you, I feel for you, I'm sorry for you, I know what you're going through, but the reality is that you don't, because you've never experienced that level of loss and pain. That's sympathy, to have feeling for, but compassion goes further. Something leaves you, something leapt out of you. When you're born with the issue of blood, for so many years, came to Jesus. The Bible says as she touched him, he turned around saying, who touched me? Why did he knew somebody touched him? It was a different touch. It took something out of him. It pulled something from him. How does compassion work? It means Jesus stuck in your place of pain, your place of rejection, your place of denial, and he takes that on into himself. And he replaces your hurt, your pain, your rejection, your denial with his love and compassion. He took it upon himself. At the cross, where my burden broke away. He took it upon himself. He took their compassion. And then he says, because they were weary. And they were what? Weary and scattered. Is he describing this generation? They are weary. They're tired. They're frustrated. And they are? Isn't it true? How are they scattered? Like sheep having no shepherd. They need a shepherd. They need a loving family. They need a caring family. They need brothers and sisters, shoulders to cry on. That's why there's an evangelism team, an evangelism training tomorrow. That's why the church is having this convention, to remind our members of the Great Commission. Go ye therefore into every man's world, preaching and teaching and baptizing them in the name of the Father. This is a challenge to you and a challenge to me. Weary, scattered. Get me out of the race. Pick me up and let me down. I'm a hard man to die. Are you ready for a picker-upper today? A vision, a mission, and a passion. Therefore, he said this. That's why he said this. The harvest truly is plentiful. Plentiful. But the laborers are few. Therefore, pray to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest. In these two last verses, there are some key things. The harvest belongs to God. Aren't you glad that it does not belong to the devil? Yes. The field represents the world. Yes. And every man living in it. Yes. You and I, Christians, represents the harvesters, the workers. So he says, pray for the harvest. Pray to the Lord of the harvest, that he would what? Send laborers. We're short with laborers. Men and women and children. Pray to the Lord of the harvest. Who is the Lord of the harvest? Jesus. He's preparing 70 to go out. Pray. When last did you pray for the harvest? Pray for the harvest. Pray for the harvest. Why? That the Lord, the master of the harvest, would send out what? Laborers into the harvest. That's what we're short of. We're not producing enough ministers. We're not producing enough believers. And we don't want to leave it up to the ministers. We want to empower every believer, even our children. in school to know Jesus. Yes. We no longer say grace over our meal anymore. When we were going to school, we had morning devotion. Everybody to rapt attention. Your uniforms had to be so immaculately prepared. If you put a pencil through your hair, it had to go through. Examination. When we were finished in the evening and we were departing from each other. Now the day is over. Night is drawing. Shadow is over. We say grace together before we had our lunch. We say grace at home before we ate our breakfast. In the evening, we would say grace at the family table. Where are all those manners and courtesies and principles and ethics and morality and value? An adult could correct a child. A teacher could discipline his or her student. Today, we have metal detectors at our school doors. We have machete and screwdrivers and ratchet knives and switchblade knives and guns being carried to school. We have students at the university stealing from each other's purses and wallets. So intellect doesn't cut it anymore. Higher education doesn't cut it anymore. We need Jesus. We need Jesus. We need Jesus. Are you ready to be a laborer? Are you ready to say, Lord, enlist me in your army? I want to be a soul winner. I want to invest in souls. I want to change life. I want to change my community. I want to bring one life at a time into your house. I want to change my neighborhood into a mission field, into a harvest field. Where I go to school, where I work, at my workplace, is my mission field. I want to lead one life at a time to Jesus. Bow your hearts. Bow your heads. Young people. The song of these songs